Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you may be listening to our opportunity to get together today. My name is Joe Dutkiewicz, and it's Monday. At least here it is in sunny Florida. And take this opportunity to welcome you. We're going to do a series here on talking about Lyft. If you don't know what Lyft is, maybe you can figure that out in this next story that I'll share with you. It was probably 6 months ago. I was digging in deep into a concept, and as I was thinking about it, I happened to have a conversation with a person who was in the pharmaceutical field, and he was looking at mentoring, needing mentoring on his next step in his journey. And he was figuring out how could he have a voice in the room. One of the things he was focusing on was being able to tell his story. He tended to be the quiet person in the room. And we got to talk about why that was, and little by little we peeled back, and it was just the fact that while he was great in the operational aspects and leading the team in his office, when it came talking to his leaders, to his bosses in the room, he took a second step back. He was quiet. He wanted to learn from them. But then he didn't really go forward in saying what he had on his mind. He really wanted to just be there. But then he realized just being there wasn't enough. As we worked it out, he then got a little stronger voice and a little stronger voice. And he was starting to make some room into how he was going to move forward. And one of the aspects of that was really just trying to be something more than he was currently. He wanted to advance. He wanted to grow. Hi, Lisa. Glad to see you. Welcome to the inaugural week, the second week of May. It's unbelievable how fast time has gone, and we're just a few weeks away from Memorial Day here in the U.S., and then summer happens. It's quite an interesting time that we're moving through so fast, but it's important that we take a stop and think about something that's important to us. And in that story of working with Rodney was the fact that we needed to really take a stance of helping others. So he was coming to me with a mentoring need, and I was able to help him think through those particular aspects of why he wasn't having a voice in the room, what he could do on a weekly basis to change that, to also improve his communications with his team, because while he didn't see himself as having a problem or a challenge with his team, he was realizing that he was not able to have strong conversations with the team, because he was kind of holding back. He was not able to engage the team because it was replicating what he was doing in the meetings with his bosses. He wasn't having a conversation with them. So we worked on that, and little by little there was that change. Well, he could see in himself a bigger change from the week before. That little change led to a bigger result, a more comfort, a greater opportunity to realize that he needed to grow with people. He needed to help them so they could help him. And that's one of the aspects of Lyft. Lyft is really about strengthening each other. And we'll see that in a minute. But as we think about Lyft, what are you doing today? Do you take the same aspect, the same perspective with your family as you do at the work? You know, one of the things that we tend to do is change our hat. We pull off our hat, and then we say, okay, I'm at work now. I'm going to leave my stuff at the office. I'm going to put on my office hat, and I'm going to leave my family stuff and go and be different. I might have had a disagreement or things went really well, but I'm coming back into the work office day after day, and it's the drudgery. Do you have the drudgery? I know I did. I had, some days it just wasn't really great to go into work. And sometimes you're forced to put a different hat on. And when you do that, do you alienate people? I know I had from time to time, I'm all extroverted here. But really, at times I'm an introvert. I think we all are an introvert at times. We tend to be quiet. We tend to focus in on just fitting in or just listening, and people think that, oh, he's not saying anything, I must have alienated him. Or, we start to think about having different perspectives at work. As Lisa said, just a 20% change can lead to an 80% better result. Even 1%. What does that mean? What was it? What if we thought about one little aspect that we could change on a daily basis? How we look at people. Do we look at them with value? We are called as humans to value each other, regardless of what they look like, who they are, whether they're going to be a true fit with us in our team. We still need to value them. We need to believe in them, and we need to love them. If we take those three aspects, if we value people, for themselves, who they are, if we believe in them, and we love them, what happens? They come to work with a different perspective. They think of you as a better person because they're starting to connect with you. You might be, they might have had that perspective, that 30-second perspective that you don't care about them. And maybe you do. And I'm sure you do, because good leaders are always thinking about others and helping them achieve what they need. In Adam Grant's book, Give and Take, he outlines three different types of people. They're takers, they're matchers, and they're givers. And givers just are something special, and we'll get to them in a minute. I know you already know the answer, but takers seek to put themselves first. Matchers just, how many times have you said, hey, if you do this for me, I'll do that for you. If you, can just take this design, which you do really good, and put it together, I'll go and put the script around it. Well, we're matching. We're trading off. And we're still not really benefiting each other than we're getting things done. So matchers are really just exchanging one task for another. Takers are just taking it for themselves, but givers give of themselves, but they don't take advantage. They don't leave themselves disadvantaged because they know in return they're gaining something. So as we think about every day's activities, if this is now, there's only two things that we can do. We can either say on this next item, okay, so if I'm at the restaurant, at this moment, I can either say, yes, I want a burger, or no, I don't want a burger. And if yes, shake. I'll take a soda. Okay, if you're soda, then is it Coke? Is it, So we can go through these processes, figuring out a yes and no every day. In math, this is a lattice. One of the things that I did as a risk analyst is to deal with a database that looked at this combination of yes-no answers for the most effective path to get the highest results. And sometimes, like life, if I draw correctly, life is messy. We don't have a straight path. There is no straight yes, 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 yes. We always are faced by no or yes. We have to make a decision at every point. So leaders are focused on what can I do or what should I not do. Every moment they are asked to think, if I say yes to this, what potentially will be the next step? So they're thinking ahead to the next play, if I say yes, what's going to happen? And as Lisa notes here, amazing the value we see in others as we learn to value ourselves. We all have incredible gifts to share. Yes, we do. We have wonderful gifts to share. So if I'm mentoring one of the people on my team, and they, I have this need, I want them to succeed, so I'm going to put them out there. I'm going to say, yes, I'm going to mentor you. I'm going to help you because you've asked. And I see one step further, because if you are feeling better about yourself, if what I believe in you and value you and love in you, and you start to believe that, you're going to be a greater person for that. And here's the kicker. You're going to help me be a better person, because that combination of that responsibility is not really shared, because what I may give to you, you're going to give back to me in a different way. Or it may not come directly from you, but because of what you now believe in yourself or value yourself or love yourself, you're going to share with somebody else that you impact. And through that combination, through this path of, yes, I'm going to value myself and I'm going to value the next person, or I'm going to stop doing the things that are not of value to someone. You're making a decision, that person is making a decision, it impacts the team, a greater environment. So it's amazing the things that we can see, and if we lift every day, we can do a fantastic opportunity to share, to become more, to help others become more. John Maxwell says, be a river, not a reservoir. And I love that, because it's what we have to do. The river doesn't start. If we didn't have any water, we can't be a river, right? We can just be a rock bed. And what's going to be beyond us? A rock bed, maybe. So if we don't fill ourselves up with the water of compassion, the water of caring, the water of valuing others, we're not going to be able to give to others. So let's think about, as we think about apex thinking, and what is apex thinking? It's at the mountaintop. When we look at the mountain and we see up, we're only seeing to the next point that we can go, right? We're only going up here, and then we're saying, okay, I got there. Yes, I got to the top of the mountain. But apex thinking is one step beyond. When I get to the top of the mountain, this is what I want to do. So as Scott Fay, one of my mentors, mentioned of a story that Mr. Rood shared with him, was when you look at a mountain, what do you see? You see the mountain. So you work towards the mountain. And you want to climb the mountain if you're so inclined, but you're only climbing the mountain. And instead, we should be looking at, when I get to the mountain, I'm going to look beyond. Because there is a fantastic next set of opportunities, a next set of challenges of being able just to see. When you get to the top of the mountain, how many people go to the top of Mount Everest and they plant their flag at the top? Do they come down right away? No, they stop for a minute and take a look around. So why aren't we doing that every day? Why aren't we going to have a success, our mountain, and then looking beyond? When we look at people, we are valuing them because they have something more than just the person standing in front of us. They have the potential to be a fantastic, an awesome, a team player, a person that will help lead your team to greater results. So what is lift? I teased you at the beginning, and it's not the dog hitchhiking off the road going to Hamburg. It's not lifting this marker. It's not helping to lift this mouse or, another person up to get a drink of water. What is it? L is for leaders. I have to keep going up and down. Who invest focus time. They invest focus time in others. So leaders invest their time because they value people. They see people as important. Without people, they're not going to realize the potential. You know, it was said to me yesterday by a very learned person who said, we can't accomplish the great things of the world without people. So if everybody pulled 1% more, if everybody valued people, if everyone believed in people, if they loved people, and focused in on what they could do for others, you know, what could be accomplished? How would this world change if people did that? If we each did that? Look around you. Stop your daily process. Stop it right now. Stop that process of what are you doing, multitasking, whatever. You may be looking at your phone and saying, oh, what else can I watch? Or what else can I do? I've got a million things that are going on. Stop. Take a moment to look at the people around you. How are you viewing them? Is it the same as your family? The people that support you the most? Are you carrying the same belief system to work as you do in the house? You know, let's think about, yes, our path is bumpy to get there. Every day is not a grand slam. But we are more than we should be. Or that we are, that we are. We have been called to be a greater person. We are called, and sometimes as being a follower. So it's not only leaders invest focused time, followers invest focused time, because they're carrying out something important. Everybody has an important role in our society. Everybody has an important role on this planet and in this universe. Why are we wasting today bickering about things, saying, oh, did you hear about so-and-so? Let the gossip go. Forget that. Value that person, who they are, where they are in their journey. They're not at the same point you are. They may be ahead, they may be behind. You may be able to learn something from them by their story. Ask questions. Ask, Jane, I haven't seen you feeling too well lately. I haven't seen you working well. I haven't seen you in the office really being the bubbly person you are. What happened? What's the matter? Would you share it with me? Empathize with people. Listen to their story. See if you can make a difference in their lives. So today I challenge you to be stronger, to strengthen yourself by strengthening others first. Strengthen them by investing focused time in them. Help them make yes decisions that will further them so that they can look ahead. It's not only your secret, it's their secret too. Let's be helpful. Let's grow together. I hope you enjoyed today's time. My name is Dutkiewicz, and I'm a leadership thought partner for businesses. I help businesses, business teams, and most importantly, individuals who want to be growing themselves to be a better person. They want to strengthen others. They want to have their business grow. There's nothing wrong with a business looking to grow. I help them get past the obstacles that are holding them back. They may be having some downhill sliding. And we know, as we can see, it's uphill. We are always struggling. Struggle is the power of the moment because in that struggle we find ourselves and we find that which we can share with others. So I help bring that out. This is a fantastic, in the last 20 years that I've been doing, helping individuals, helping businesses grow, organizations, nonprofit organizations, individual CEOs, anyone I come into contact with, people who work are looking for a better life. Let's help them. Let's make a difference in their lives. Let's just make it a better circumstance for them and for us to be a better person so that we can be that river and we're not holding things back. We're not holding that which somebody else needs. We are uniquely gifted with something that someone else in this world needs. Let's give a day. Let's go for today. Let's have a win. So come back tomorrow at noon. I'm going to be on noon for the rest of this week. We're going to talk more about Lift, but in different ways and with other aspects that are important to our daily life. Hope to help you think through something. If you'd like to leave a comment, please do so. I'd like to be able to incorporate your thoughts into the next week and beyond, because you're going to tell me what you need. I can't guess it. I love to hear your story. Please share it with me, either directly or through private message. I want to make a difference and help you make a difference at a time that makes a difference in this place that makes a difference. My name is Dutkiewicz, and this has been an Apex Leading Moment to help you think and invest focus time. Be well. See you tomorrow.